Controlled Chaos here. With it being the beginning of 2024, I want to go over with you guys what could possibly happen within the City Heroes private servers. First, I want to talk about the things that I know are going to be happening or have just happened with the private servers. Then I want to go over some speculations of what I think I'd like to see for these private servers. So first off, as was just announced not too long ago, Homecoming announced that they have a licensing deal with NCSoft. Now, this announcement only comes from Homecoming. We have not heard anything from NCSoft, so we only have one side of the story right now. However, there's more to this. We know that Purgatory is working on more power set builds with combining two power sets, such as taking the primaries of a blaster, say dual pistols and dark, and putting them together. And when they put them together, they don't just take out one and put another one in its place. What they do is they put all the powers together. And so this makes it so that you have more choices, but you're still limited on the number of slots you have. So you're not able to take everything, which makes this balance. It makes it interesting. And they're adding in a lot more. They're still working on that and adding in more. Plus, they also have unique, never before seen mastermind power sets that are going to be put in place. Now, we also have from Rebirth, they've hinted some things that they're working on for their next issue. One of them being a new texture for the legs. It is a tattoo texture, and that looks really cool and interesting and nice. I can't wait to see what other textures and modifications they're going to do, because they've done other things such as change around how certain powers work, such as teleport, which I enjoy teleport on Rebirth. I really like what they did there. There are some other servers doing other things that I know about, but I promised them I would not say anything, and I want to keep their trust, because that means that they come to me and let me know what's going on, and when they're ready to announce it, they let me know, and I get to announce it and get firsthand. That's why I build these relationships with these developers. Now, going from there, I want to talk about what I'd like to see in the future, what I'd like to see happen more with these servers. I'm going to go from the easiest to be able to be done to the hardest to be able to be done. I want to see more outfit pieces. I know Rebirth has done a lot and they're still doing more, and I know Thunder Spy has done a bunch. I want to see even more creativity from the 3D modelers and texture artists. They've done some really good jobs in matching the feel for City Heroes. They really spend a lot of time with that, and when I talk to them about how they do that, so that's a really good thing. The next thing I would like to see, and this would take a little bit more time and work, is I'd like to see some more power sets and newer archetypes. It takes some work, it takes some time in the back end to do things, but it's really nice when you see them, and it revitalizes, at least for me, my want to play. I know I was feeling a little burnt out on playing City Heroes and stuff like that for fun, but when Per and her team for Purgatory put out these new power sets, it reinvigorated my want to play the game. It gave me another reason to come back and enjoy it again and play around with new ideas. And that's what I like about City Heroes, is being able to play around with ideas. I'd gotten so used to, oh, this power set has these, and knowing where everything is and how everything works. With Purgatory adding in these new mixed combos of power sets, I'm reimagining new builds, and that puts interest. So seeing more of that, of new archetypes and new power sets that are unique, would be really nice. Now, it's going to take some graphical work and things like that. They could use existing animations for the attacks, not a problem. The next thing I'd like to see is more open world storylines. I know that a lot of them have done things with the architect mission system and stuff like that, but I'd like to see some unique storylines come out. And granted, they may need to have creative writers to do it justice, to at least meet the quality that City Heroes has. That's what I'm aiming for. Better is great, but at least I want to have that quality that the Paragon Studios had, and when Cryptic was in control, those guys had. And that would be nice, but that takes a creative writer. If they don't have creative writers on their teams, that's going to be a hard fight and a hard job for them to do. So I understand if it doesn't come out anytime soon, or it's something that's really put on the back burner until someone volunteers to do creative writing for these servers. Another thing I'd like to see is new animations put into the game. I know I've talked to the developers, they say that they're working on it, they're trying to figure it out. Some of them have animators that are learning everything and things like that on how to implement it. Because you gotta remember, this game engine that they're using was built for City Heroes. They didn't build it, they're having to learn as they go. So because they haven't added in any custom animations, they gotta learn how to implement those animations and things like that. Just like with 3D modeling, they had to learn how to implement the 3D models they made and how to convert their models into the .geo format that the City Heroes game engine uses. So it may be the same process with the animations. I don't know. I don't get the hands on the back end. I do know that some of the servers are working on figuring that kind of stuff out. I'm hoping they're close to figuring out, because I'd like to see some new animations. It would open up a huge variety of capabilities to put in whole entire new, completely unique power sets with new animations would be amazing. And that would make it so that they could do cool things like add in new travel powers such as swinging or tunneling, different flight animations, different run animations, things like that. We already have them with the ninja run and stuff like that, but imagine adding a different animation for the super speed run, different animations for the jump run, so that, or the super jump. So when you have a beast character and you have them doing the beast dance, they do a beast super jump type thing where the arms stretch out and the legs stretch out type of feel, and that would be really, really nice. Another thing I'd like to see added on, and this I don't think it's even possible for them to do unless they have a lot of 3D modelers or have been working on it for a long time. I would love to see a new zone with mobs, stuff like that, maybe even new factions. But once again, that takes a creative writer to create those factions and to create those stories that would be in those new zones, and that takes a lot of work. So the chances of something like that happening are very, very, very slim, because you gotta have programmers, you have to have 3D modelers, you gotta have animators, and a creative writer to really put those types of things in and go from there. Now, granted, they could go without the animator and use current animations of other enemies or NPCs, and that's fine. Those are the things I'd really like to see. Now, my question to you guys is, what order would you guys like to see this stuff in? What interests you more? For me, I'm fine going through the stories that they have, because they randomize stuff and things like that, so that doesn't bother me so much. What I really like to see is more power sets, more costume options, and more archetypes. Those are my top 3 that I would really like to see more of this year. A fourth being new story. New story and missions to do would be amazing, and it would be cool. Now, because City Heroes is really popping off now and the servers are seeing a lot of boom, I'm getting a lot of people asking me, what's the better server? How do I get on these servers? Things like that. So if you're wanting to know what the servers are and what's the difference between them, check out the video up here. However, if you know what server you want to play on, but you don't know how to get on the servers, check out the video at the bottom. And that one will help you out. I hope you all have a great day.